Have you ever wondered why some people who make great money always seem to be broke? While others on a pretty similar salary just seem to build wealth almost effortlessly? Well, the secret isn't just about earning more, not at all. It's about controlling how your money flows. And in this explainer, we're going to break down the entire cash flow blueprint. So here's our game plan for today. We're going to start with the one cash flow question that changes everything. Then we'll look at the two very different paths your money can take. I'm going to walk you through a super simple 3-bucket blueprint, point out the one critical mistake that trips almost everyone up, and then give you 3 solid steps you can start today. We'll wrap it all up with the real lesson that this whole system unlocks. All right, let's dive right into section 1, the cash flow question. You see, the entire foundation of building wealth isn't about the size of your paycheck, it's about mastering the movement of that money. Think about it. We're all conditioned to chase that next raise, that bigger salary, thinking that is what's going to solve all our money problems. But what if that's not the whole story? What if the real power isn't just in getting more money, but in telling the money you already have exactly where to go? So what is cash flow really? It's actually super simple. Money comes in, that's your income, and money goes out. Those are your expenses. But that little space in between, that brief moment after the money hits your account and before it all just vanishes, well, that's where your entire financial future gets decided. Okay, so we get what cash flow is. This brings us right to section 2, because once that money lands in your account, it really only follows one of 2 paths. You're either on the broken pattern or you're on the wealth pattern. Let's look at the path most people are on, the one on the left. The broken pattern. This is where a paycheck comes in and it's immediately swallowed up by bills, rent, groceries, and just spending. Money flows in and it flows right back out, leaving you at or near zero every single month. You're just reacting to life, and it's exactly why so many people feel stuck, no matter how much they earn. Now compare that to the wealth pattern. It's a totally different game. Here, the flow is completely different. Income arrives, but, and this is key, before it gets spent, it's intentionally divided up. It's given a job. Sure, a piece of it is for living, but other pieces are immediately sent off to save and to invest. The money is being directed, not just spent. So, how do we actually build this wealth pattern for ourselves? Well, that brings us to section 3, the real heart of this explainer, the 3-bucket blueprint. This is the simple, practical system you can use to direct your money with purpose. It all breaks down into 3 easy-to-understand categories. You've got survival, which is all about your present. You've got stability, which is your protection from chaos. And then you have growth, which is, you guessed it, all about your future. Let's start with bucket number 1, survival. This is for the absolute non-negotiable essentials. We're not talking about fancy dinners here. We're talking about keeping a roof over your head with your rent or mortgage, keeping the lights on with utilities, putting food on the table with basic groceries, and making those minimum debt payments. You fill this bucket first because without it, nothing else matters. Next up is bucket 2, stability. Think of this as your financial shield against all the curveballs life loves to throw at you. A sudden car repair, a big insurance deductible. These things shouldn't throw your entire life into a tailspin. This bucket is for your 3 to 6 month emergency fund, giving you that vital breathing room and security to handle the unexpected without panic. And finally, we have the most exciting one, bucket number 3, growth. This, my friends, is the engine of your financial future. The money you put here isn't for spending. It's for buying assets that will actually make you more money. We're talking about things like investing in index funds that grow over time, saving up for a down payment on a property, or even investing in yourself with courses to boost your income. This is where your money truly starts working for you. So here is the absolute crucial point. Most people spend their entire lives just operating out of that first survival bucket. They never get around to intentionally putting money into stability or growth. But let's be clear, financial freedom isn't found by just surviving month to month. It's built by consistently and deliberately filling up that growth bucket. Okay, this system seems pretty simple, right? So why do so many people still fail to make any real progress? Well, this brings us to the single biggest, most critical mistake that almost everyone makes. And here it is. The mistake is spending your money first and then trying to save whatever happens to be left over at the end of the month. Because, let's be real, how often is there actually anything left over? Almost never. Your expenses will always expand to eat up your income. The order in which you do things is everything.
The solution is to completely flip the script. You have to pay yourself first. You send money to your stability and growth buckets the moment you get paid. You give every single dollar a job to do before it gets a chance to just disappear on coffee and takeout.
Okay, that's enough theory. Let's make this real. Section 5 is all about taking action, right now. Here are 3 incredibly simple things you can do this week to put this blueprint into motion. First, for just 1 week, track your spending. That's it. Don't change a thing. Don't judge yourself. Just be aware. Find out where your money is actually going. Second, open a brand new savings account online and name it Growth. Just giving it a name creates a powerful mental separation. And third, set up an automatic weekly transfer into that new account. I don't care if it's $5. Start small. The goal here isn't the amount. It's building the habit of paying yourself first. Because the second you take these small, simple steps, you fundamentally change your relationship with money. You go from being a passenger, just reacting to whatever bill or expense comes your way, to being the pilot, actively telling your money where you want it to go. And that is the exact moment real progress begins. And this brings us to our final section, the real deeper lesson here. What does mastering this blueprint, what does it actually give you at the end of the day? Ultimately, it really comes down to this. Wealth is not just a number in a bank account, and it's definitely not just about getting a bigger paycheck. It is about managing the flow of resources through your life. Because when you can control that flow, when your money has a direction and a purpose, what you're really building isn't just a bigger bank account, you're building freedom. But that kind of begs a question, doesn't it? If this stuff is so simple and so fundamental, why in the world weren't we ever taught this in school? Well, there's a very big reason our financial education is often left incomplete, and that's a lesson we are going to break down in our very next explainer. So, I'm going to leave you with this one question to think about. Right now, in your life today, do you feel like you control your money? Or does it sometimes feel like your money controls you? I would genuinely love to hear what you think in the comments below. And hey, if you're ready to start understanding the hidden rules of money that most people never learn, make sure you subscribe to Smart Hustle, because the biggest financial lessons in life are often the ones nobody ever taught you.